This is what we call hater shit. There is no better term.
Oh. Fuck around and find out. Oh. Wait, I thought this was gonna be like a movie or something. I wanted to watch the real thing. Okay, I'm sorry, but I would give credit where credit's due, and I wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling it, not at all. And I hate this post too, because you can tell this post is so damn generic. And then she just slaps her little crap on it. Let's see what she has. I'm gonna try not to get so far behind. Some more of the behind the scenes for the HQ and Poison Ivy shoot that we are using to create a BTS episode of the Coco show. So the Coco show must and will go on. But what platform? You know what I say? I say she goes live on Instagram or YouTube like once a week. It'd be so much better than a freaking podcast. What's this? So, fuck around and find out is what I call this post. Scroll over and check it out. Some more of behind the scenes for the HQ and the blah blah blah. She looks like she's been drunk and someone found her out in the woods and had to pull her out, and she thankfully was alive, but still fucked up from the night before. Oh, that's cool. I don't understand. Like, if you don't like them so much, why are you representing them and taking a picture of the Rosemont police? What is it? Special weapons tactic. Like, it doesn't make any. It doesn't really make much sense. Why won't it let me scroll over? It says I can scroll over. Oh, is it blocking me? Oh, whatever. It's just like her face. First she looks like she's about to cry. Oh crap, I liked it. And then it's just... I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Downtown, and I was just editing some content, and I came across the David Bowie Coco photo, so I'm gonna post it now. If you guys were with us on Wednesday or Thursday, we went to Rolling Stone store and they had a photo of David Bowie, and Xavier said that it looks like me. This is the photo he's talking about. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, we're back downtown, and I... lost me simply because their idea of me couldn't evolve. Hi guys.
Oh my gosh, hey girl.
I said that's my wife.
Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. That old lady. She's like a hippie. She had a dad.
Say hi.
Hi. She had a Grateful Dead.
Why are they sitting so far apart? I will never understand how to put makeup on and contouring and none of that.
Having a little dinner. I'm going to start calling it Linner because we've only been eating once the last couple of days. And with all the cardio, you have no idea. My body's like, nah, like eating itself. Did you guys see? So one of the last photo shoots I did with Leslie Carroll, and that's a photographer that I knew from when I was working in the industry. He always photographed under a ghost name for whatever reason.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to watch or listen to all of this. So this live is on her GoPro Solo ENT Instagram Reel page.
I kind of like lost everything, like contact with every person in my life. I've been completely isolated. So he's the photographer on the Field Museum shoot, the Russian Tea Time shoot, the CTA shoot, the CTA did 95th shoots. Those are all different shoots. So I did the gray outfit on the CTA. He's a photographer on that shoot, and then all the promo shoots with the pink fuchsia skirt when I had the Halle Berry haircut. Those were all taken in 2019. Both of those shoots were from late 2019. And he photographed both of them for me, Leslie Carroll. So, and I had worked with him before that on other stuff, implied photography, ads, and things like that for my business. So I knew him for a long time, and
I have no idea who she's talking about. And again, my apologies. I'm sorry if I fast forward it. Y'all can watch the full thing without commentary or pausing or fast forwarding.
I wanted to recreate my life now 4 years later. It was recorded, family, fun, along with, entertainment in one place. And that's why it's production or media, because it's so unrestricted in that regard. You guys know I use Coco Chanel YSL as my personal blog, and I've been using that performer name since I began creating art and selling art in the online sales industry in 2015 or 14. I do not produce any sexy content anymore for sale.
But you do repost it.
But it's very important to me that I still feature my art from that time period. I'm not deleting it. I'm not embarrassed about it. I worked really hard on it, and so did a lot of other people. I had a lot of really great collaborators. So all of that can come together in one place without boundaries for what we accept with who are arguing that my payout will somehow take funding away from child programs and park district folk programs and all this stuff. Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't bludgeon the park district, and I didn't take the park districts home, and I didn't throw the park district outside, and I didn't make the park district sleep in a tent for 4 months, and I didn't...
I guess I really needed to catch her live, because I feel so bad, but I am not in the mood to sit here and listen to all of this.
November of 2019. So amongst all of this distress, I am continuing as much as possible to work as consistently as possible on GoPro Solo. I've had 20 other, little restaurant jobs or personal training jobs or just numerous jobs that I've been literally stalked out of in the first week or two. Since 2019, so that's 20, and I have them all written down with hiring managers, dates that I've worked, paycheck numbers, photos of the paychecks, everything in chronological order with dates and times and all of that. So that's all part of the novel that I'm working on.
I'm so ready to see that fucking novel. Let me tell you.
I'm doing. There are factors in play that are not preventing me to do so. And I was walking down Lakeshore Drive this morning. Xavier was having a moment where he was calm 1 second and then freaking out the next, which is not like him at all. And I don't mean freaking out like having anxiety. I mean freaking out like jumping up and down, screaming at the top of his lungs, looking like a 5-year-old having a temper tantrum in the center of the bike path. And a man stopped and asked us what was going on. He said he was an undercover officer or an off-duty officer. And I said to him, I don't know what's going on. You know, if you can help, that'd be great. I don't know how you can, though. This is a man who consistently has been supportive to me, has been a rock to me, acting like a 5-year-old. And this is not the first time. This is probably the 5th or 6th time just in the last few.
It sounds like she should have some more compassion for him.
Exact repeat. If you look at all the FTRs for the One Heather GEE account, the HLG Forever _ account, or the CocoChanel.ysl account, it's all the same repetitive shit that they've been doing since 2019. And I've been targeted with the same type of harassment. I believe it's an AI integration. Gary Vee has been talking a lot about AI integrations lately. Okay. And the way that they affect us, there is no other way to explain it. It's literally like there are 5 or 10 people in his body, all with their personalities, you know, coming out in a way that's harmful and nefarious to me and to his and I relation.
Okay, that really honestly is a real fucking true fucking thing. So y'all both really honestly do need to go get checked and evaluated.
And I'm just afraid that this is, you know, again, another repeat of exactly what they did to me in 2019. I've been screaming out for help. I've been calling corruption. I've been saying I don't want a part of it. I've recorded it all. I've gone to law enforcement.
And again, it's I. She just explained something that happened to Xavier. Like, yeah, that could be aggravating and scary for her to witness, but imagine being Xavier and having to feel that and go through that and feel like you could not stop it. But yet, she's just thinking about herself.
Dance recital in a few weeks. You don't think she wants her mom there? You don't think my children, who have resided with me primarily their whole lives, want to come home? Of course they do. And with no explanation, how do I make my children understand that their mother, who has been literally completely disgraced by a reality show and their false, completely slanderous storyline?
No one really even had a problem until you came on Instagram and started acting a fool, and then you started opening up your mouth, and you made people not like you.
That all this has happened to me, and that I've reported it all to law enforcement, and that law enforcement nor the system has done anything to protect us. How do I explain that to 3 minor children? How do I make them understand what's going on? Because as their mother, I don't even understand it. And it's like I was talking about on the live yesterday, the Coco.Chanel.ysl live that I will also tag here.
I will never understand how putting makeup on all these different colors, like how it comes out so naturally looking. I'm so basic. Like, I do so little. Oh, hey dude.
No one even saying, yes, we have a police report, we're working on it. What message is that teaching not only my children, but all of their friends and everyone else who's watching? You know, what is the message that's being taught there? And I brought this up yesterday, and I'd like to bring it up again. They're doing the same thing with a lot of anti-policing, very hateful against the authority social media posts in my newsfeed. And it always happens on the heels of me having an interaction with law enforcement where I'm asking for help and they're not able to do anything for me. You don't think that in itself is incredibly predatory? How many minor children who aren't as emotionally in control or self-aware as I have been subjected to this type of coercion and exploitation and manipulation? Because that's what it is. Abused me saying, so what, I beat your ass, who cares? And asking for an EOP, which is short for lawyer meeting at the Dunkin' Donuts in Oak Park. And I was approached by a gentleman who said, you appear to be extremely organized, and I think I've seen you on social media. He knew what I was going through. I was reporting everything live. He said, I have a job for you. He gave me multiple cleaning jobs, allowed me to borrow his Jeep while Dylan still had my Cadillac stuck in the garage, and, you know, paid me $200 to $400 for cleaning these large houses in Barrington. The houses were located in gated communities. I had never been there before. I parked my car in the garage of one of those homes. How is it possible that someone broke into the garage of a gated community of Barrington and keyed my vehicle?
No, now she said it was in the garage in a gated community. First she said it was in a gated community. Now she's trying to say it was in the garage.
Every major medical provider and hospital and system in the Illinois state, from every police jurisdiction and from every court jurisdiction, from Cook County in Arlington Heights to DuPage County in Wheaton to 555 West Harrison and the Daily Center. I have gone to every single facility multiple times with witnesses and on camera, and still not received a single response as to, number one, how the state could be so negligent as to allow me to be beaten, bludgeoned, stabbed. Number two, how the state could be so negligent as to ignore my custody order for primary joint custody of my 3 minor children, and not enforce it. And they're not holding law enforcement to enforcing it either. And how the state could be so negligent as to grant someone on parole with drugs and guns in the house. Google it online. Dylan Smith arrest. Less than a month or two after I went to the court seeking an EOP, the man was arrested for guns and drugs. It's all public knowledge, all the cases. How can you say there's no negligence there? There is most definitely negligence there, and I am owed handsomely. Having that money so that I can move back into a home and drive my car and take my children to school and do all the luxurious things that moms do, like laundry and cooking dinner and attending graduations, is all I've ever been asking for. Why is it so difficult to receive the restitution and reciprocation that I deserve? If I tire iron bludgeoned someone to the point where they were hospitalized, do you think that I'd be walking around free? Probably not, right? If I jumped and stabbed someone 11 times with a screwdriver, do you think that I'd be walking around free? Probably not. Yet all of and
Okay, so I kind of lost my place. I'm about sitting around the same area, but I have a feeling I'm not even going to really listen to this, and I'm just going to go continue to the next. So look how mad she is. So again, if you want to watch the whole thing, it's Trials and Tribulations on the GoPro Solo Instagram.
But then that person gets granted one and throws you, the single mother, into the street. But the person on parole, using drugs and beating women, gets to keep the apartment. It just doesn't make any sense, and I'm not going to let that go because that's another lawsuit. Let's think of it this way: I walked into a courtroom in front of a judge with a court reporter recording audio and typing. I played a video off of social media.
I'm sorry, but there's absolutely no way he won the apartment if it was in her name. She just obviously isn't telling the full story, and I don't know why she thinks we're so dumb.
So what? I beat your ass. I beat your ass because you humiliated me. He's on parole. The judge denied my EOP.
Yeah, we heard this. We heard this plenty of times, but we did hear this on the hearing.
After my EOP was to the point where they were hospitalized, do you think that I'd be walking around free? Probably not, right? If I jumped and stabbed someone 11 times with a screwdriver, do you think that I'd be walking around free? Probably not. Yet all of those things and more have happened to me with video evidence, and I have not received reciprocation.
You have not had video evidence of people stabbing you with freaking screwdrivers and shit.
Someone
Pardon?
offered to buy that.
For how much?
$40. Fuck that. Be like 100.
So, that's kind of where we're at. If you're wondering, and a lot of people are, a lot of haters, instead of asking, hey, Heather, is everything okay? I know you wanted to release the webisode, 3 months ago. What's going on? Instead of asking like that, a lot of people have been like, see, Heather hasn't been working, and she's not serious, and, where's the action, blah, blah, blah. Well,
Okay, but it's the whole, if you want to have a podcast and you want to, do your photography and your art, I think that's great. And I think if anyone wants to do that, I think that's great. But I think you should kind of do it as a hobby until you can afford afford to do it as a career. Because obviously everyone wants their career to be their dream. That would be perfect. But unfortunately people can't live off of it. So she would go get a job, and then she would start making enough, and then she would be able to do whatever she wanted.
People know who the fuck you are. Because in the absence of your own opinion and your own articulation of the circumstances, people will take other people's word for it. And there are people who want you to fail, who want me to fail, as you can clearly see, who will portray a different story than the actual reality, who will, cause and curate circumstances in real life that depict a story that isn't the truth, but that makes it appear to be truthful. And I kind of learned that the real...
That's pretty much saying whenever people tell you the truth about me, they're lying, so don't believe them.
The big kids and my youngest, they're in two different places. The two big kids in the suburbs, the baby on the northwest side of Chicago. She's 9, I call her baby. And
I feel like that is Heather. He's still cute.
I did the Civil Rights Department again for the second time this year. This is what they said. This is
another fake line. The only assistance I need is knowing who is responsible for the handling of tech crimes and how to protect my phone accounts when two-factor authentications is like using a luggage lock to keep out of a fucking cat burglar from a diamond. Wow.
Alright, so for everyone in my comments saying Heather can't let go of Dylan and Marissa, she's obsessed.
Oh Lord.
Dylan and Marissa were the beginning of all of the corruption that exists in my life. Okay? Before I met them, I never, ever, ever had any drug people around me or robberies from my home. Nothing like that. Look at this, okay? How many years since the show aired? But they're using my email address with this person's name. And then saying I'm obsessed?
Okay, well, unfortunately, that's just people being bored and just fucking with her. But it is aggravating because it's like, dude, supposedly whenever you met Dylan, he got caught, like, selling ecstasy. So, how are you acting like you've never been around drugs? Makes me smile. Like, whenever they're actually genuinely happy and it's not like, well, this part's planned, but whenever, like, in a minute and it's not planned and they're genuinely, like, happy and, like, laughing in that moment, it makes me smile because I know they're, like, happy. They look at it so sweet. And it's like, why do y'all have to be fucking assholes and fucked up individuals? Why don't y'all just get fucking help? It could be so beautiful. But y'all just fuck shit up. What?
So they keep on sending me messages saying to please do it again, repeat the same abusive cycle again. When I say no, to leave me the fuck alone. So I don't know who's doing this. They call them... So they keep on sending me messages saying to please do it again, repeat the same abusive cycle again. when I say no, to leave me the fuck alone. So I don't know who's doing this. They call themselves cleaners. They're trying to copy me like Olivia Pope, how I always said I was solving people's problems. I was never doing it by displacing people, separating them from their children, or ruining their lives. So someone snuck into our tent somehow that's locked with a fucking padlock and stole my sunglasses.
You can lock a tent with a padlock? Oh my gosh, tents have came such a long way since I've used one. Wow.
Both pairs. Why? Well, because obviously since I said no, I will not contribute to your falsely perpetuated narratives, they decided to just start victimizing me again so that I have no choice. Either let them rob me repeatedly like they did 4 years ago, or start talking about it now. I swear to God to you, I have never wanted another fucking human being to die the way that I do these people. I have no respect for anyone who's been following me around for 4 years, tormenting me and fucking stealing from me.
Why don't you say 4 years, though, if whenever she was in the studio apartment, supposedly they constantly stole from her? That wasn't 4 years ago.
You all know that I'm a creative, and you also know that I have many, many years of experience working.
Okay, so you all know that I'm creative.
For major healthcare corporations. You all know that I'm a creative, and you also know that I have many, many years of experience working for major healthcare corporations and doing other sales and business. I have been in a position where I have been oppressed severely. If you go to the FTRs, you can see all the FTR sections. I have been strategically and severely oppressed. I have 3 children. I need to support them.
I'm sorry. I saw someone asking, where's the red wagon? It's like, where's Waldo? And there's Xavier with the cover up. And then, what is that she's pulling? It almost looks like a cone. But that has to be a certain type of cone, because not anyone could have like a regular like road construction safety cone. I don't know. But then I'm always like questioning, like wondering, why do they need these big ass carts? What are they carrying? They're homeless. What are they dragging around? Like, don't you think that would just like, the only thing you really need is like your tent. Just put that on your bag. Like, what the hell are y'all carrying around with y'all?
I've supported them their entire lives. Not only has this prevented me from supporting them financially, because I've still been there mentally, and I've still been able to bring them groceries a couple times and clothes and Christmas gifts every single year. Haven't missed a year yet. But the point is, I prepared myself from all angles to never have to be broke. I got an education.
And here you are.
I learned the streets. I learned how to hustle. I learned how to sell. I learned how to market.
And here you are. No offense, but if you can hustle your way off them damn streets.
So there is no reason, if not other than corruption, that can explain the situation. I cannot file another police report. I don't have it in me. After being, it's like I was saying, I don't have it in me to file another police report. I have filed hundreds. Most recently, I filed one for sexual assault. In person and online, I was arrested instead of assisted in any way. When I've called back for an update, Lombard Police, Detective Rojas, I was told, and I quote, no investigation has taken place. That is one of at least 100 victimizations like that I've been through. I've been bludgeoned. I've been stabbed. All of the proof is posted on my social media. Yet still to this day, law enforcement has not so much as said to me, oh my God, are you okay? Here's what we could do to help. Nothing. I've not been given a court date. Nothing. Every victim gets a court date. When they're stabbed, when you're about...
I feel like whenever people... I know there may not be, like, services or not enough finances going around, but whenever people like her, like, and Leticia, and there's other people, whenever they start talking like that, I wish they would directly let them talk to, like, a counselor, but not let them like fully aware know that they're a counselor, because a counselor will know how to calm them down. Let's take it step by step. Let's see what the first thing we need to do. And they have no idea that they're talking to a counselor. So therefore they wouldn't like go fucking crazy, and and then they can let them know, okay, well, it was nice speaking with you. My name is, Dr. I was about to say Dr. Carol, but that gives me heebie-jeebies because that's who Leticia was talking to. And then just let them know, like, hey, I am actually, what is it called? Not self-preserve. Self-preserve. What is it called? It helps, like, whenever it's, like, government funding, and, like, they could go in pretty much for free and go talk to, like, a counselor or a therapist. Do you know, like, how, like, slick that would be? And that way it could get them, like, the officers could do their job, and they wouldn't have to hear people go over and over and over and over again on stuff that they just can't do anything about. And then it can also help Heather and people like Heather who feel like they aren't getting any help. It's kind of like a secret way of helping them without them knowing.
Bludgeon, when you're abused, you get a court date. I've not gotten anything. Not a dollar, nothing. They've taken my home, they've taken my money, they've destroyed my career. So I keep going and going and going and applying, but I've been chased out of 21 jobs in the last 3 years. You guys want to send me money to support my family and my children? You keep looking the other way, so I can't do it. And lastly, while we slept in a tent with a padlock on the zippers inside, meaning only him or I, unless there was some witchcraft going on, would be able to open it. My sunglasses, a Swarovski pair of sunglasses that Xavier bought me, they were like $70, and a pair from Target were stolen, as well as like $20 or $30 of my food.
How did he get $70 to buy those?
Food budget. This is not new. This has happened like a bunch of times. What the fuck are you going to do? Like, why are you not resolving it? And what do you advise me to do if I've taken all the proper methods of
handle your shit? That's what I would do. Handle your shit. However you need to handle it, whatever you gotta do it. That's literally what grown people do. Do what you gotta fucking do.
Having authority intervene, and no one is helping. Where do the limits come and go? Like, am I allowed to kill someone now? Like, if someone comes in my space and robs me and I stab them, am I justified? What do you expect from me? Because I don't know anymore. Everyone's saying,
how are you gonna stab the person if you can't even... How can you stab someone if they go through your tent? I can't even picture a tent with a padlock. I feel like I need to Google this. But if someone can go into your tent with a lock and steal stuff and get away with it, and you not see them, how do you expect you to, like, how would you stab them? Because obviously you don't ever see people do that.
Doesn't back the blue, or she's not patriotic. Fuck you. You're full of shit. I have stuck up for law enforcement so many times. I've also watched law enforcement not be able to accept any sticking up for. So the shit they did was so vile and so blatant that I could not defend them. I am not prejudiced, not against race, not against job description. If you're an asshole, you are a fucking asshole. That's the side I'm on. I'm on the side of you ain't shit, and I'm gonna call you out for not being shit because your ain't shitness is fucking with my ability to support myself and be happy and at peace. Period.
Your ain't shitness. Oh, hell no, I am not looking or reading this shit.
Alright, so a lot of you guys know that I've been experiencing some, I don't even know, like, a good one word to call it, drama, harassment, stalking. I've had like 6 months of calmness for the most part. There's been stuff, but the most calm over the last 4 years has been the previous 6 months. Now, after I create promo edits for marketing clients, they're going back in through TikTok and altering my edits to look really jerky or include different like segments of the video. I shoot long video and then I cut it up into segments and rearrange it. they're changing it all and making it just look really shitty. And they've done that like on the voiceover ones where I'm like, it's perfect. I'm like rapping or whatever. I do it perfectly. And then they make it like right after I post it, they make it like delayed severely. What the fuck? That's how I support myself. Why? All right. So a lot of you guys know that I've.
She complains about this all the time with pictures. I feel like I really need to find this, especially with her rapping. I really want to find this. Okay, for those of you who really know me, know that I hate Twitter. I'm not sure, it's just never ever got along. I hate so bad how she puts their names out there. I forgot who it was. We were talking about it on the other video. And it's like, she says her name, and she just says so much about them. Like, she literally just doxes her own kids. And it's like, I understand if you're proud of your kids, but shush up. Shush. Like, no one needs to know where they're at. That's how, whenever she was in her studio apartment, that's how I knew. She knew damn well ain't nobody was after her, because if she did, she wouldn't want her kids staying with her. She would be scared for her kids' life. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't be telling everyone where her kids were at. She wouldn't want her kids with her because then she would, like, she drives me crazy. I hate this so much. I hate it. Okay, so I guess we could check out. I think we already saw this. We already saw those. I'll check again, but I'm pretty sure we already saw the YouTube. Yeah. Oh. You're gonna put like the ages. I think she's probably done said like their birthdays, what fucking city, town they live in, the daddies. Like, come on, man. We've literally I just did that on Instagram. I was trying to see if anything was different. How aggravating would that be? Like, literally just having like 10,000 accounts and just like reposting everything. The same thing on the same motherfucking accounts. And another one. And another one. I was trying to do my Rick Ross voice, but every time I try to do it, it never comes out how I expect it to. I feel like I just need to have it like, I would say a keyboard, but not on a computer. Okay, look. I think that just made me laugh. I feel like we saw this too. Well, this was like in April. That's what I need to be doing. Oh, these are so old. I did notice she changed her picture, her profile picture for most of, or a few of her things. I don't understand though. Like, is it just living a hard knock life out there? Or is it because how she was sitting? Okay, so I'm just not even gonna lie, laying here in my bed, like doing pretty good because I'm catching up. I'm going through all her social medias and I am pretty much caught the F up. And I'm kind of I'm noticing like the little things are different. Like I'm literally not looking at everything, okay? But what did I click on? Because I'm gonna need to know that. Snap. What was it? Oh, shit. I think it was these. It was the links. So I went on the model mayhem. It was literally the same thing. I didn't even. It was the same. Everything looked the same. The YouTube, it was the same YouTube. So, because I wanted to see exactly, how it appeared as she had stated, I wanted to see the SoundCloud. So I'm just like waiting and like kind of confused because this pops up. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it just doesn't like play, which is really weird because I know most of the times it's like just a white page. Well, I don't know with like this SoundCloud or whatever, but usually like whenever a web page is not available, it's like the white and it's like 404 web page not available immediately. Like no. So I'm really confused. So okay. So the page is up.
Coco Show podcast, week 1, episode 2, season 1. This is Heather Coco Sanza, Coco Chanel YSL. So far, I've just given you guys a brief introduction. Xavier kind of jumped on to say hi. He was in an antagonist.
So how did she get it back? Why wasn't I notified? Why did no one tell me that she got it back? When did she let her audience know that she got it back? So let me go, because I'm pretty sure that's probably where I left off. My lazy, fucking second one. Well, I mean, episode 2, makes me feel better. So let's go to 6. No, let's go to 7. Let's push. That was probably like the last one.
What up, guys? It's Heather.
Wow.
Coco Sanza, Heather Gillespie, Coco Chanel YSL. Recording live from Union Station with the Coco Show episode. I think this is 7. What's going on? What up? I'm okay. Not too much has changed since episode 6. I just wanted to hop on here because we're going over internet safety vocabulary. And the reason this got brought up is because I'm trying to reach my father. I use a Google Voice number.
Isn't that I mean, literally, has anyone... I mean, what is going on? Am I I know I'm not the first one to stumble across she still has this. Because I am not... I know it's not like she was just saying on her end she acted as if she did not have an account. She was also acting as if listeners could not find her and she was unavailable. So I am really confused as to how
just because
1 minute she was unavailable, she could not be found, you could not listen to her, there was no GoPro Solo, Coco Chanel, YSL, no Coco Show. There was no Coco Show, and now all of a sudden it's there. It's appeared, voila, just like that. What happened? Like, this is what I cannot stand. So what happened? Like, has anybody heard?
Baking my makeup and having a C4. Do you guys drink energy drinks? What's your favorite? And do you drink them only when you work out, or as a pre-workout, or when you need energy, or when do you take them?
I wonder if she's on her Adderall. I love reading her stuff. Oh, the enthusiasm. GoPro Solo and its affiliates promise to deliver to its clients, fans, and supporters unique and exciting material on a regular basis that it's meant to provide perspective, support, comfort, understanding, and or entertainment and opportunity. A safe place for collaboration or solo projects for profit or fun. A safe space and community to express and share via whatever creative medium chosen. What is your brand or business or services mission statement? Okay, good. I'm saving up for new shoes and new glasses for you and your bro and sister. I will reorder from zenny.com gym shoes and glasses for all in my Oprah voice. Gym shoes and glasses for all in my Oprah voice. Okay, so how does she... Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, so she's saving up to get new shoes and new glasses for all three of them. Oh, I hate, like... That's so annoying. Like, I don't know why people do that. Like, some of them, you know, like those type of parents where they're like I don't know if they do it for them or if they think they're trying to do it for, you know, those parents where they're like, hey, I want to get, you know, so-and-so something for Christmas or their birthday, or I want to get them a new pair of shoes, like, you know, and you're like, you don't even fucking know what they're into. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea what their style is, let alone what size they are, you know? So, obviously, like, they completely are, like, totally off on their style. And then something happens, and then they don't ever get around to, like, buying the pair of shoes that they promised they were going to buy for Christmas. And then then it's just like they come up with little reasons why. And then it's like, what are you doing? Like, are you saying these things to make yourself feel like, oh, I'm a good, like, and for Heather, like, is she saying this because she's thinking, oh, I'm a good mom, I'm saving up, and I'm going to get them some shoes and some glasses? Like, is she actually going to do that? Or is she just saying this for, like, her kids and us to be like, oh, look, she's trying to save to get new glasses and shoes. Look, she's trying. It irritates me so bad because it's just like, just don't say it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what it is like whenever you hear it or you see it just too many times, it's just, you don't believe them. It doesn't matter how many times. It's like, okay. You know, it's rather just like, please shut up and don't tell me. Just do it. Just fucking do it if you want to do it. Sorry, that was a rant, but that, like, I cannot stand it.
Okay, this is what
No, I wanted to go back because I want to see, is that where she's getting them? I'm just nosy. Mama bear, mama bear. The sun is out. Oh my gosh, starting at $7.95. But that's probably just the frames. How much them lenses though? Like, you never know with her. This kit is probably like the best, cheapest place, or like the most expensive place. I don't even know why I'm here. Okay. But see, I don't know, because these are... I don't wear glasses, so I don't know how that even works. Get a complete pair. She gotta save up for that. I'm sorry, she's homeless, Heather. Be nice. Get a complete pair of prescription glasses starting at $6.95. I want to try some glasses. Ooh. Would y'all get mad if I try to do these? Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do this. I don't know if I can do it though because I'm on my phone. Okay. Ooh, a cat eye. I've heard those are pretty cool. They are, like, back in the olden days. I don't know what year that was in. But those were really cute. And I feel like they're coming back. That's a little too bold. I kind of like these. Do I get to see what they look like on me? Virtual try-on. I like the black. Look at me shopping for glasses like I'm gonna buy them. Those don't look like cat eyes. And that is not me. $12.95 includes frame plus basic lens. Yeah, but if it's prescription lens, because why would she have to buy them glasses unless it's like prescription lens? Frame review, virtual try on, create a try on. Man, screw you. Ooh, this one's more of a cat eye. I thought it was too thick, but... This would aggravate me so much. Because it's like, how are you supposed to get prescription glasses, like the prescription lenses, if it's not, like, how do they get your prescription lenses at the online? Does that make sense? Okay, prescription lens with vision correction. Y'all would have no idea I am doing a video about Heather right now. I am like so sidetracked right now. New customer or new prescription. Okay, so what they probably would have to do would go to like whoever, like Eyeglass World. Like if they usually go to like Eyeglass World or something, then they get their prescription there. I'm so sorry, guys. I just wasted all y'all's time. But we did look at some cute sunglasses. I mean, they're not sunglasses, There's some cute glasses. But that's where they get you, you know? I for real, has anyone ordered from here? Not that I need them. I'm just so curious how much. They look cute on her. I'm so. I mean, I have an idea how many, like, how much. I mean, prescription glasses are pretty expensive. So I'm just kind of curious how much theirs are. Okay, anyways, I guess we'll go back to Heather.
Your jeans, look.
First of all, you can tell these are used. But if I like think about it, you don't really ever see her in jeans. It's because she's got the pear shaped. There's a lot of people who have pear shaped though, and you just have to find you just have to find the right style of pants. Believe me. Okay, I don't have a pear shape, but I have like short legs. I mean, they're kind of short. Believe me, dude. Like hey, that's one way to make your ass look like you're getting skinny as fuck. I got it.
Okay, this is why I don't wear jeans. I need help. I need a sewer. If you guys know how to sew, I need.
Why do I feel like whenever I have the worst headaches, this is whenever I have to read the most? Okay, I do want to apologize. Okay, first of all, I didn't even get to that comment yet. I seen where someone commented, and I'm so far behind. I'm so OCD, I have to go in order. So I haven't been able to click on it. But I briefly saw where I got what the gist of it was pretty much someone was asking me why I kept on saying like I'm sorry or something like that. Childhood trauma, okay? And I still do that, and that is something that I am working on. I have done it my whole life. I am not going to get emotional. My mom actually got on to me the other day about it because I thought I needed her help. It was so ridiculous. A damn rock hit my windshield, and I was taking this was right before summer. So I was taking my daughter to school, just dropped off my youngest two, and I was gonna watch my my baby niece. Oh my gosh. And a rock or something hit my windshield. So anyways, I needed my windshield to be fixed. While I was watching my baby, who is she? My great niece. My niece is 18, almost 19. She just had a baby in March. So yes, I am a great aunt. It is crazy, and she is the most precious thing alive, besides my 3 kids. So I needed my mom as a backup to pick up my kids if my windshield was not done. All while I had, my niece, And she was my backup, and she started to go get her, and I was like, never, he just left. I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, well, you stop saying that. It is okay. Like, she didn't get mad at me, but she tells me all the time. She's like, stop apologizing. Like, people tell me that all the time. Like, and then of course it's natural, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then I'm I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. I mean, I kind of know what happened. I don't want to think about it, but yes, unfortunately, I've had a bad tendency of constantly apologizing, and then sometimes it gets to the point where people actually get mad at me, and then I don't realize it, and then I apologize because they're mad. So I am I was about to say, and I am sorry for that. But there's that. But to the other person that I wanted to say, your poor little dog, I am so sorry, because sometimes I will, whenever I'm editing my videos, I have to, like, I guess sometimes I don't notice, but I did notice, I think it was yesterday, and once Heather was talking, I was like, oh my gosh, and I had to turn it down, like all the way down, and I'm like, is she really loud or am I really low? Because I turn it up, I keep it turned up so y'all could hear her, and I talk as close as to the phone as I can without, like, up here, like I'm on the phone. Like, I feel like this, like right now, I feel like this would be way too close. So I don't know, hopefully it's better. If not, y'all let me know. Okay, now my thumb hurts from holding it. Justice for Coco Chanel. Any publishers in the house interested in my story? I have the first version almost completed, or almost completely drafted, and there is tons of room for making it a trilogy plus or series. Say what? Is this a new Instagram account? Why does it say justice for, or did she just change it? Why does the name on top say justice for Coco Chanel? Did she make another account, or the name sounds familiar, but okay, let's see. Don't get mad at me if I give up. OMG, that sounds terrible. I had a very stable experience in all of my pregnancies, besides this most recent one with Xavier and the twins. I already want to hurt her. My first husband was supportive, but he was playing hooky from work. Okay, I feel like this is a joke. I feel like this is a fucking joke. First of all, if anyone doesn't know, I get very pissed off whenever she talks about her pregnancy and the twins. She needs to never speak of that again unless she wants to speak up and ask for forgiveness. And she don't even need to tell us the true story, but she needs to ask for forgiveness and privately, and then just not speak of it again unless it wants to be a testimony. And then this whole husband shit, And then everything else just sounds fucking weird. And I'm starting to get aggravated. I'm going to try again. But I'm not going to start from the top. My first husband was supportive. How was he supportive? Is this Heather talk? This doesn't make any sense. When was he supportive? My first husband was supportive, but he was playing hooky from work, watching a snake eat mice with... I can't do this. I get so confused. Was she ever married? Is she talking about one of her kids' dads? I know. Some people are probably like, just be quiet and read it. My first husband was supportive, but he was playing hooky from work, watching a snake eat mice with one of his friends when I went into labor. He got there before the birth, though, thank God. The second one was normal, and he was with me as well. And the third was a scheduled induction, so he was there, and it was at the New Elmhurst Hospital, which was beautiful. However, the doctor ruptured my placenta, and I almost died 2 weeks later from a late postpartum hemorrhage. The most drama began in my life in 2015 when I took a job on weekend to make extra money as a bottle service person, and literally ended up on a completely life-changing course, drugs, sex, and crime fueling most of the people around the industry. I found myself completely out of place. Nothing was the same, and little did I know I could... Is this her book? Like, for a second I thought she was talking to somebody. Is this like a... And it took me forever to sit here thinking that she was talking about her kid's dad.
Okay, guys, so this is the completed look for photo shoot number 1. It is a side braid with an extension. I braided it into my own hair and used half of my natural hair to wrap it around the securing. I don't have a lot of baby hairs, nor do I have a way to secure this hair flat. My hair is not like Afro style hair where you put a bunch of gel and it stays. My shit like frizzes out and it makes it look like I have like dirt on my head, like a Charlie Brown character or something. So I'm embracing it. I'm pulling out the flyaways and the baby hairs in back, and I'm just letting them stay wild. Turn up. Also, you guys, I just want to let you know, some of you came with me on my shopping trip to Sam's Beauty. They have tons of stuff. The hair I got was $3.99 for 3 bundles. This was a hairbrush, 10 ligas, and 10 bobby pins for $1.99, $1.99. And this is the hairbrush. So check out Sam's Warehouse, Beauty Warehouse, Sam's Beauty Warehouse.
Alright, I'm hoping this one's not long. I think I saw some of this with the service, like it kept on cutting in and out. I think it was this morning. Oh man. So I was doing something, so I was like, I'll just find it later. Oh man, I forgot the comments isn't coming up. I was gonna link for my comments. Hopefully this is the same one. Again, if it's too long, I'll try to rewind it if you want to watch the full thing. If you do not like it, if I fast forward it, or if I have to stop it because I cannot pause it to commentate over it. The full video is on her Coco Chanel YSL Instagram.
Jump on and say hi and let you guys know that day someone will move it. He'll set something down in his usual place. Someone will...
Okay, that's not how it started. Let's just go like this.
So I'm getting ready again today. Yesterday was a horrible day. They were targeting Xavier again.
Oh my God.
We were literally in a wrestle, like in the middle of Lincoln Park. It was awful. What do I mean by they're targeting? They have been literally, Xavier calls it radiation, but they like interfere with his thoughts and like do crazy making behaviors to him. Like for instance, he'll set something down in his usual place. someone will move it and then like pretend like they have no idea, you know, or disappear completely like there was no one else there in the
Okay, so who in the hell is around that would do that though?
intense amounts of crazy making behavior that they always engage in with him, and it turns him into a complete and total savage. So I try to just give him space whenever it happens, but like it's been really fucked up. We were in a wrestle once, and the time before I literally had to like keep his arms down to prevent him from like hitting me in the street with several witnesses. It's been really hard. So pray for us, please, especially for him and for me, you know, for all of us. But I just wanted to jump on and say hi and let you guys know that.
Okay, so that, I don't know. I feel like if she really cared for him, then she would step up and be like, okay, something's wrong, he needs help. And y'all both go get help, and then bada bing, bada boom.
GoPro Solo has been used for kind of everything. So it's like it hosts my 18 and up page, which is non-sexual. It's just adult themed. So it's like an R-rated movie. And then also for
an R-rated movie, but not
to a range of backgrounds and interests. But there's nothing that's been specific to children. So like to prevent the kids from hearing about the sexual assaults or the robberies or anything like that, because there is a significant portion of my life that is, you know, child friendly, you know, and I do spend a significant portion of my time searching for ways and creating and inventing new ways to be a phenomenal or the best that I can be a parent from a distance. So using different technological tools and advances, you know, in an effort to maintain contact with and the ability to parent my 3 children, Viviana, Alexis, and Lewis. So I decided on this YouTube channel called GoPro Solo Kids, where I would use content that I created from ideas based off the communication and games and playing and entertainment and jokes and music that my children and I shared when we lived together their whole entire lives, or when we would be driving in the car, or whatever the case was or is. The first one was called The Animal Game, and my kids and I used to play this all the time while we were driving. One of us would be it, and we would say, okay, I'm thinking of an animal who X, Y, and Z, and you name 3 things. Like, for instance, my example that I just gave was, I'm thinking of an animal that has green feathers, blue feathers, and stands on skinny legs. And the answer would be a peacock. But instead of me saying a peacock, I would be at Lincoln Park Zoo, and I would show the actual animal. And I would have captions on. This is going to help children with reading, with guessing, with interaction. And it's also going to allow me to be the warm mother who I want to be right now in person, but cannot be because of the physical distance. And to my children, and I would have captions on. This is going to help children with reading, with guessing, with interaction. And it's also going to allow me to be the warm mother who I want to be right now in person, but cannot be because of the physical distance. And to my children, it'll allow them to connect with me and stay connected with me, and spare themselves, you know, about hearing. Who wants to hear about their mother in pain, right? I don't. Do you? Like, no. So it's the purpose of the channel is to allow for a safe space to consume my content and know who I truly am. You know, if you're a child, or, you know, if you're someone who loves and cares about me like my dad, or, you know, someone who just can't stand to be hearing all this all the time. And I totally get it. So GoPro Solo Kids is in the works. I'm getting ready right now for another content shoot. I've been doing fitness. I've been eating really shitty over the last 2 days. Well, not that much. Definitely under 2,000 calories, but just a lot of sugar. So a lot of I had some cookies and a Babe Ruth and a sugar-free energy drink. And then I had a salad. So not too bad, but I'm trying to reel that in. And I've been doing fitness content almost every single day. And when I'm doing my fitness content, it's not so much, and this is just me coming from a creator's perspective, it's not so much to instruct as it is to motivate and inspire. So when we're scrolling in our news feed, right, what do we see? What we see has an influence over what we do. And that's the job of an influencer, which is, you know, what I'm working for and what I'm working toward is, despite any circumstances that you're living, what are the best ways, the healthiest ways to cope with them, and it's not always possible. So this is not toxic positivity like I'm perfect and nothing is wrong in my life, right? You guys know I've been stable. I've had a job at Northwestern Hospital for 8 years. Most of my life I've had my own. I've had my own car. I've had my own apartment. Not because my parents gave it to me, because I was institutionalized as a child, but because I got out of the institutionalization. From 14 to 18, I worked, lived in group homes, and spent 6 months consecutively in the DuPage County Juvenile Detention Center for being a runaway. I wasn't a criminal. I had no criminal record. I had never been in a fight, no drug use, nothing. But I didn't trust anyone in my house, and I was running away regularly. So, and that was from coming back to from Jamaica. So while being in a group home, I was working. At 18, I got an apartment. In my apartment, it was a studio apartment, a garage converted into one room and a bathroom and a little living room. And I was so happy to have it. It was my own. No one could get me there. I had a job waitressing tables at the Highview restaurant in Addison, Illinois, or Villa Park, Illinois. And I was happy as can be. And that's where I met the big kid's father while I was working there. Actually, I might have been working at Denny's. Or maybe I knew him before I started working there. Either way, I was waitressing. I've never been, a stranger to hard work or manual labor or, doing things that but until then, I'm just going to stay focused. And if I'm somewhere that I don't belong, I keep going, which is why no matter what they try to do.
I don't know what just happened. It somehow just skipped. It was not my fault.
I got back into college. So now I was a young mom, full-time in college, working in a factory, doing 12-hour shifts, paying my way through college, which I'm still like $20,000 in debt for. My major started off as nursing. I have clinical medical assisting certification and phlebotomy. And my first jobs were at hospitals. I worked for 7 or 8 years. I don't know the exact number, at Northwestern Hospital for doctors, several doctors there. Different specialties varying from.
Okay, I did want to say, I don't know if they moved, but I guess I didn't hear it whenever I recorded it, but the second time I did hear a little boy. That was not my kid. There would be no problem if it was my kid. I just wanted to let y'all know. I guess must be in a park or something like that.
I was going through a lot. I was working 2 jobs, and I used I'll never forget, I used half of my income tax return to pay for like 20 personal training sessions. And I just told myself, like, you're not going to give up. This is what you're going to do. And that's how so I did all this physical fitness and lost all this weight with no medication, nothing whatsoever. After I got to like a little under my goal weight, I decided that I wanted to compete in a bikini competition, weightlifting. So I hired a prep coach, Christian McCoy. And I was really going hard and I was really doing well. My personal trainer, Manny, was like, turned me on to Dana Lynn Bailey. And she's not a bikini competitor. She's I believe,
this must be Manny. I bet you he regrets that.
Well, nonetheless, she was an inspiration to me and a couple of other pro bodybuilders.
I don't know why it's doing this. This is what it was doing during the live. That's why I left the live.
And I loved it. I loved being in the gym. I was going 2 times a day and working and being a mom. So I would wake up before my kids, go to the gym, be back to get my kids ready for school. They would get picked up, drop the baby.
Who sat at the house while your kids were sleeping if they were that young?
Because I'd get off around like 6. Come back home, get the kids fed, get the kids in bed, and then go back to the gym for a 45-minute stairs, or do a 45-minute stairs before I started work after dropping off the kids at the daycare, because I started usually around 10:30. So I was very, very active. I was very, very, dedicated. And life just kind of turned a different way for me after that. So that was when I needed to start, doing my research on possibly getting back onto some sort of medication for ADHD, was when I could not go to the gym anymore. And I sometimes wonder if the gym itself took the place of the medication, helped me with my focus, and raised my energy levels. Yes, absolutely, working out heavy makes you tired, but if you're getting adequate amounts of rest, I feel there's most certainly a correlation between my amounts of discipline, my amounts of focus, and being in the gym. Without the gym, I most certainly need the Adderall. Like, it's very difficult for me to write, for me to focus on any one task for longer than 20 or 30 minutes. I have shiny object syndrome at all times, and I'll have a million
That reminds me of Dory. You know, Nemo and Dory.
And I'm like making incremental progress all across the board. And that's just how I am. But when I'm taking something for it or in the gym consistently, I am so on point. You guys have no idea. I'm like working 30 different jobs at any given time. You have no idea. Everyone's happy. It's like, I am phenomenal. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. So I'm really happy about, you know, the fact that I was able to take everything in my life rather than, do you guys understand that they referred to me as, and let me interrupt myself, residual damage of their investigation? That's what the investigators said. Because I wasn't criminal enough to be charged and offered a deal, nor was I completely out of it, and they were gathering information from my phone records, from where I was, whether I was involved or not, just because people were around me. Like, these people used me, authorities, and used my life to help them solve cases and, like, do all this stuff, and then left me, destroyed me in the process, like, destroyed. And they don't give a fuck, you know, and that.
But if you were affiliated with them, then I could see why they were kind of using you for, I mean, getting, what is it, gathering evidence. That's the word.
I've been there because there have been unidentified people who don't want credit, but have been very helpful, and I'm very grateful for them. But it's like, come on, you know, stabilize the situation. Anyways, I'm not residual damage of anyone's case, and I keep on moving forward because I have to prove that to myself. You know, they did break me, and I am broken, but so fucking what? I'm super gluing myself back together, you know? And I think the GoPro Solo Kids channel is like the most fabulous way to do that. And whether Xavier is a part of that or not,